Alright, chat, we're live. Give me 1 second. I gotta pull up the videos I'll be watching today. I know I'm live 2 hours early, but the reason I'm live early is because the videos I'll be watching today are very long. They're longer videos, so that's why I'm streaming a little bit early because they're gonna be pretty long videos. I'm doing Joker, Harley Quinn, and Katana from Suicide Squad, and obviously I got the other characters I'm gonna do. Probably next week Thursday. I'm probably gonna do um, the next ones. So I got a video that's 36 minutes, one that's 48 minutes, and one that's 52 minutes. So pretty long videos, but they should come out pretty good, and I'm excited to build them. Before we start, though, um, hope you guys are hope you guys are gonna enjoy the stream. If you guys are, let me know by leaving a like on the stream. I'll subscribe my channel. I have gaming notification bell to stay notified for future streams and videos. I do have a couple of things to talk about before we get into the builds, and I'm gonna make this quick because I do want to get into the builds because they are quite long videos and they might take a bit. So before we get into it, my recent Resident Evil stream got age restricted. I tried to appeal it, and the appeal got rejected. Obviously, you know, I'm not I'm not surprised by that because the AI system is complete garbage. It is it is messed with thousands of people's channels. It is demonetized people's channels. It has taken away their monetization. And they've gotten copyright strikes before. It's like their AI system is so bad. If they had a brain, you think they would just get rid of it and change it, but no, they haven't. And it's affecting so many people. It's not just me. It's other channels too. Um, but yeah, um, we're gonna continue Resident Evil Requiem tomorrow. So I am hoping that that does not happen again because that was very annoying. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. I do have a video that's actually out right now. It's premiering. It's like a 16-minute video. Me ranting about how bad the AI system is, AI monetization system, talking about how bad it is, and my complaints about it. So if you guys want to hear my thoughts on it, you guys go watch that video. Anyways, let's get into the builds.
So we're going to start off on the legs, the front legs at least, and the legs are 12 tall and 8 wide. So we're going to find an area where we want to build it. I've chosen this spot, and we're going to place one black wall. To the right of that, we're going to place 2 cyan stained clay, 2 black wall, 2 cyan stained clay, 1 black wall. The first layer of the legs. Now we're going to do this layer by layer. So the second layer is 1 black wall, 2 stone, 2 black wall, 2 stone, 1 black wall. So that is the second layer. The third layer is 1 grey wall, 2 black wall, 2 grey, 2 black, 1 grey. So it should be looking like this so far. And then, and this is where it's relatively easy, the next 9 layers is simply just grey wall.
Yeah, next week, chat, is going to be my last week of streaming for this month, and I will return in September. I'm taking the last day of August off because honestly, there's a movie that I really want to see. It's the newest Insidious movie, and I want to see it the 31st. So that's also a reason why I'm not going to be live, but I'm also not going to be live because I just want to take a break. To be honest, I've been streaming almost pretty much every single day, pretty much every single day in August. Actually, for the past 8 months, I've been streaming pretty much every day except for Wednesdays, which will not change. I still won't be live Wednesdays.
So we're going to, once you've done done that, it should be looking like this. It should be 12 tall, 8 wide, and this is where we can use our map if you're on console edition. So you go to your floor level, in this case mine is Y5, yours might be different, definitely check, and come up to the top of here and it should be 12 up from there. So in my case, we're looking for 17. As you can see, we've got 17. That is officially 12, is a 12 by 8 rectangle. If you want to pause here, you are more than welcome to do so, and we're now going to start working on the body. So for the body, what we're going to do is on the left side, we're going to place 2 grey wool, and we're going to do the exact same on the right side. Now what we're going to do is quickly grab our blue stained clay, and on the left side, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to left using blue stained clay, and we're going to do the exact same on the right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4 over to the right side using our blue stained clay. Now, one thing I do want to point out before we move on, because this is the start of the arms, it's basically just marking out the arms for later on, so we don't have to come back and figure out where they go. In some pictures, and I believe in the film in general, he is only wearing a glove, or a purple glove, on his left hand. Now, in this shot, as I showed earlier, he's handling them in both. He's not really holding his gloves, he's wearing his gloves would be the better way of putting it. On both hands. So, if you want, you can keep it to just the left. If you want to stick to this design and use both, then again, you're more than welcome to do that. That was just a quick disclaimer I thought I'd throw in there before anyone that's like a proper die-hard DC fan or die-hard Joker fan gets offended that they think I've messed it up. I'm aware in some shots he's wearing one, in some shots he's wearing both. So, with that said, what we're going to do now is continue to white zone. We're going to start off in the middle here by placing 4 black wool. We're then, on the next layer, going to place 2 black wool, 1 light grey, 2 white wool, 1 light grey, 2 black wool. Next, what we're going to do, and this is where we stop going layer by layer and start doing like defined details. On the left side, we're going to build up with 7 using our black stained clay. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we do the exact same on the right side. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right now it should be looking like this. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to, on the second block in, on the left side and on the right side, we're going to build 1 in, each side building towards the middle, and then we're going to work our way upwards, going diagonal upwards each time. So we do it like this until they meet in the center. Essentially, we go up diagonal 3 times on either side, and it will join together to make a shape like this. What we're going to do now is in this shape, on the bottom left corner and the bottom right corner, we're going to place 1 light grey wool, and then the rest of the area we're going to fill with white wool. And it should look like this. Now again, in the image that I showed you earlier, you can see that he's wearing like a brown, like, and tuxedo jacket. It's like the under waistcoat that you wear on a tuxedo. So the waistcoat is the brown part, and then this is like the undershirt that you wear underneath the waistcoat, if that makes any sense. So next, what we're going to do is on top of these black stained clay, we're going to place 2 dark oak planks on either side, and then on top of that, we're going to place 1 black stained clay. Now at this point, that is the top of your body, or the top of the statue's body. We're going to go 1 to the right and 1 to the left on each side, bringing it in towards the middle using white wool. And then right in the middle, we're going to place 4 white stained clay, and that will cap it off. And that is the top of the body. Now the reason why I'm doing that is because once you've defined where the top of the body is in white wool, and the top of your body, or the on top of these
Yeah, why is it 11 tall? Okay, never mind.
Black stain, or do you play it now? So what we're going to do is from this black stained clay at the top left corner, we're going to go down diagonal 3 times. That's 1, that is 2, whoops, and that is 3. And then we're going to do the exact same from the top right corner. So we go 1, 2, and 3. And that is his neck. This is the undercoat, or the waistcoat. And this is essentially all dark oak planks. So we just fill it in. All this gap in here is dark oak planks. And then that just leaves us with the neck. Again, just for reference, I'm backing up a bit so you can see. For the neck, what we're going to do is on the 2 bottom blocks, so yeah, face white wall, and then we're going to go up diagonal to left and right. They should connect up diagonally with the existing white wall. And in the 2 remaining spots, what we're going to do is place 2 white stained clay, and that is the body complete. So, again, if you want to pause, this would be a good time to do so. From here, this block right here, it's grey wall, right up to here is 12 tall, 8 wide. And again, just definitely don't. And it's saying I'm going to go 1 to left using dark oak, and 1 to left using black stained clay. Underneath this black stained clay, we're going to go down 1, and then down diagonal to the right. And in this 1 remaining gap, we're going to place 1 dark oak. We're going to repeat this on the right side now. So we go to the top right corner. We go 1 to the right using dark oak, 1 to the right using black stained clay, down 1, down diagonal to the left, and in the remaining gap, place 1 dark oak plank. So that is essentially the waistcoat complete. Now we can actually build the arms and link it up together. So for the arms, we need of course our blue stained clay for the gloves. Our white.
Sorry, chat. I'm talking to somebody on Discord. Alright, log back in.
So starting on the left arm, we're going to start off. We've got the first layer, which is blue stained. If you haven't already built this, even though we should have. It is on the first 13th block. So this is the 12th block where the legs end. This is the on top of that with the 12th block where the legs end. This is the 13th block, the first layer of the body. On top of this layer, we're going to place 4 blue stained clay again. So his gloves are too thick. On top of that, we're going to place 2 layers of white stained clay. On top of that, we're going to place a layer of white wool. The next layer, which is the 6th layer, is 1 white wool, 1 light grey, 2 white wool. The 7th layer is 2 white wool. One light grey, 1 white wool. The 8th layer is 4 white wool. The 9th layer is 1 white wool, 1 light grey, 2 white wool. The 10th layer is 3 white wool, and as you can see here, we're starting to like blend into the part we just built here a second ago. The 11th layer is 1 white wool, 1 light grey, and then the last but not least layer, the 12th layer, is 2 white wool. As you can see here, links up perfectly with the waistcoat that we built, and it is 12 by 4. So 12 tall, 4 wide, and this is the left arm. The right arm is the exact same, again, unless you want to change it up a bit with the gloves. So, what we're going to do is on the right arm, if you don't want to build the gloves, replace this with white stained clay. Again, it'll be on the 13th layer, and do 3 layers of white stained clay on top, like so. That is if you don't want to build the right glove. If you do want to build the right glove, the bottom 2 layers, the first and second one, should be blue stained clay, exact same as the other side. So you go ahead and do that. On top of this, again, we're going to go up layer by layer, left to right. So the fifth layer is 4 white wool. The next layer is 2 white wool, 1 light grey, 1 white wool. The 7th layer is 1 white wool, 1 light grey, 2 white wool. The 8th layer is 4 white wool. The 9th layer is 1 white wool, 1 light grey, 2 white wool. The 10th layer is 3 white wool. 11th layer is 1 light grey, 1 white, and the 12th layer is 2 white wool. So, again, once you've done that, that is what both arms look like next to the body. If you want to pause, this would probably be a good time to do so. In fact, let me chop off my arm real quick and 3D step 4x4, 12 2 4 white.
Feeling the heat? Summer should mean time at the lake, not sweating over your...
We've already got this row here, however, surrounding again with placing 3 blocks on each row because 3 plus 1 equals 4. So, working from left to right, the first layer is 3 black wool, the second layer is 2 grey wool, 1 black wool, and then, this is the easy part, 10 layers of grey wool. So we just build up 10 using grey wool. An easy way to do this is you don't even, again, have to count. All you need to do is make sure that this top of the grey wool here is the layer below the start of the blue stained clay. You could just bring it up to the same height, just for like reassurance. However, it doesn't really matter because this will be covered up anyways, as you can see right there. So again, it should be 12 tall and 4 white. Very, very simple. Then the second layer is 1 black wool, grey, and on top of that, 10 layers of grey wool. 10 layers of grey wool. And finally, again, you guessed 12 layers, 12 layers? 10 layers of grey wool. Completely threw myself off there. 10, 10, 10. So, it's 12 tall, 4 white, and again, this is what it should look like. So, right now, we have something that looks like this. What we're going to do is work on the side of the arms. So the way we're going to do this is come around to the root, the statue right here. Here at the bottom of each arm where the blue stained clay is, what we're going to do is expand it back 1, 2, 3 all the way across using pen out. Exact same, just build across. Should look like this, a backward L. 12 by 4 is what we're going to be building. Again, this row here counts as 1, so we're only going to be placing 3 blocks on each row. Now, the side of the arms are very, very easy, just like the side of the legs. So we've got the first layer, which is blue stained clay. Second layer again is blue stained clay. The third and fourth layer is white stained clay. And then the fifth to 12th layer is simply white wool. So that is 8 layers of white wool, 2 layers of white stained clay, 2 layers of blue stained clay. Again, 12 tall, 4 wide, and I guess overclasses it a bit, but actually I quite like that, so we're going to keep that. So, again, this is the left side. You can just randomly place some details on the side. If you want to know how I did it, again, it was just random. And the 11th layer, second and third. Going around to the you can just run very, very easy. What you could do if you really wanted to is add some like light grey details on the side if you really want, but again, it's not too necessary, and I guess overclasses it a bit, but actually I quite like that, so we're going to keep that. So, again, and I guess overclasses it a bit, but actually I quite like that, so we're going to keep that. So, again, this is the left side. You can just randomly place some details on the side. If you want to know how I did it, again, it was just random, but I did it on the second layer, third block, fourth layer, second block, third block I said, I can't remember, and then the 11th layer, second, and just random, but I did it on the second layer, third block, fourth layer, second block, third block I said, I can't remember, and then the 11th layer, second, and third. Going around to the right side now, again we do the exact same, so the first, again, that'll be a layer. You can skip them if you want to add that detail. Don't have back and legs, thankfully, is very, very easy. As you can see here, it's 8 wide, however, row here equals 2, which means we're only placing 6 blocks on each row. So the first layer is 6 black wool, and then on top of that, all we're going to do is build up 11 using grey wool. So 11 layers of grey wool, and that will bring you to the top of the legs, and that is the back of the legs complete. So again, 1 layer of black wool, 11 layers of grey wool. Just in case you need a reference image, that's what it should look like, 12 tall, 8 wide. To the arms on either side. The next layer is 2 black wool. We're going to need our black stained clay for this. 4 black stained clay, 2 black wool. Next row is 2 black stained clay for this. 4 black stained clay, 2 black wool. Next row is 2 black stained clay. We're going to leave a 4 block gap and then 2 black stained clay. Now the reason why we're leaving a gap is because similar to what we did on the front side now, we're just going to do the outline.
Calienta agua de botella rápidamente, seguro, ligero y práctico. Máxima relación calidad-precio.
First. So on the left side, we're going to build up 6 on top of this block of black stained clay using black stained clay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you've done it correctly, it should come up to the same height as that part at the front. Next, what we're going to do is build up 1, 2, 3 using dark oak planks. If you've done it correctly, again, it should link up to the same height as the front. You can go ahead and link that together if you want. You don't have to. Well, you do eventually, but for now you don't have to. But it's just good reassurance if you've done it correctly. Again, on the right side, we're going to build up 6. So if we link these 2 parts together by placing 6 dark oak planks, this whole area here is dark oak planks. We go ahead and fill it all in. And once you've done that, that is the back of the body complete. Again, it's always nice to do the outline first, especially when you're filling in large areas just with plain colours, because it's easier to explain for me, and it's probably easier for you guys to understand, I hope at least. But yeah, once you've done that, it looks like this, 12 by 8 rectangle. And what we're going to do now is similar to what we did at the front side, where we're going to work on the top left corner, top right, before we work on the bottom side of the arms. So working on the left side now, what we're going to do is from this black stained clay here, we're going to go up diagonal twice, and then up one, and in this 2-block gap here, we're going to place 2 dark oak planks. On the right, what we're going to do is from this black stained clay here, we're going to go up diagonal twice, and then up one, and in this 2-block gap here, we're going to place 2 dark oak planks. On the right side, we're going to do the exact same. We're going to go up diagonal twice using black stained clay, up one, and in this 2-block gap here, we're going to place 2 dark oak planks. And then the remainder of the arms here, what we're going to do is the first 2 layers again is blue stained clay. We're only placing 3 blocks on each layer again because this row here. The next 2 layers is white stained clay, and then the whole remaining gaps are white wool. Now again, similar to what I said before, you can go ahead and add some light grey wool for details if you wanted, so you could just place it randomly again. Like so, and then the whole remaining gaps are white wool. Now again, similar to what I said before, you can go ahead and add some light grey wool for details if you wanted, so you could just place it randomly again, like so. Again, that's just spontaneous placing, doesn't really matter too much. Again, I'm going to leave this side a bit less cluttered, because I feel logically the front side is the side that's going to be more dirty, in terms of like dust and stuff. I don't know. That's probably, again, and then you can replicate this on the other side, but mirrored. So, like that. So, if you want to build any detail on the back, you can do it like this. That's the second layer of the white wool, second block, 4th layer, third block, and 11th layer, second, like that. So, if you want to build any detail on the back, you can do it like this. That's the second layer of the white wool, second block, 4th layer, third block, and 11th layer, second block. Again, if you don't want to add any detail, that's more than fine. We're going to get our black stained clay. In between these 2 black stained clay blocks, we're going to place 2. We're going to do the exact same on the other side. In between these 2 dark oaks, on each side, we're going to place dark oak. And in between the white wool, we're going to place white wool. Very logical. So, in between this whole gap here, it doesn't really matter what you place. It's not going to be seeable. Seeable is probably not a word. It's not going to be seen. It's going to be covered.
I like the design
so
of this. It looks cool.
I'm just going to fill it in just for completion purposes. So that said, that is the body complete. We can now move on to the head. But before we do, I'll give you guys one last opportunity to walk in the front of the little display. Body complete of our Joker statue, and we can now move on to the head. So for the head, a few blocks you can chuck out of your inventory. What we're going to need is black wool, white wool. We're going to our light grey stained clay, our pink stained clay, our white stained clay, and then our lime and green stained clay. So all the other blocks. Not going to need, you can get rid of them or just put them to the side as I'm doing, and the blocks you'll need is all on my hotbar. So what we're going to do is come to the front side, go to the top left corner of the shoulder right here, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks to the right. And on the 5th block, which should be this black stained clay, we're going to place 1 white stained clay, bring it 2 forwards. On the right side, we're going to do the exact same. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 5th block, which should be this black stained clay, we're going to place 1 white stained clay, bring it 2 forwards. And then in the middle, there should be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gap using white stained clay, and that will give you an 8x2 overhang, as you can see right here. So what we're going to do now is come around to the sides, and we're going to expand it backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 using our white stained clay, and then again on the other side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're then going to link them together again using our white stained clay in a 6x2 area, and that will give you an 8x8 square, as you can see here, with front side, left side, right side, rear side, and this is the template for our head. So we're going to start off on the front side, the face, get that out of the way. So the first layer is simply 8 white stained clay. The second layer is 2 white stained clay, 4 pink stained clay, 2 white. Now I tried to make his eyes look as dead and as emotionless as possible, and his mouth the same, which is why I've given him quite a neutral, mouth. However, if you want to make it even more neutral, then you can just make it too wide, and it will make him look full, emotional. That's the word. So yeah, you can make it too wide. You could also change the color to a more darker, neutral color. It is 8 white stained clay. The fourth layer is 1 white stained clay, 1 white wool, 1 black wool, 2 white stained clay, 1 black wool, white stained clay. The next layer is 1 white stained clay, 2 light grey, 2 white, 2 light grey, 1 white. The next layer is 8 white stained clay. The next layer is 1 green stained clay, 6 white, 1 green. And the 8th and final layer for now is 1 lime stained clay, 1 green, 5 lime, 1 green. So once you've done that, that is an 8x8 square, as you can see here. What we're going to do now is quickly add the little quiff of hair he has at the front, a little spiky up top. So how we're going to do this, we're going to go to the top left corner, go to the third block, and we're going to place 1 lime, 1 green, 2 lime. So this is on top, this is a 3D effect. On top of this, we're going to place 1 lime, 2 lime, 1 green, 1 lime. So again, it's 4 wide, 2 tall, it's a little 3D effect, and it looks like this. As you can see, adds a nice touch. And we're now going to go and play and replacing them with green stained clay. From here, so going around to the left side, what we're going to start off by doing is going to the bottom left corner and punching out the first 4 blocks of white stained clay and replacing them with green stained clay. From here, we're going to work up layer by layer. So again, the first layer is 4 green, 4 white stained clay. The second layer is 1 lime, 2 green, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 white stained clay. The next one is 1 lime, 2 green, 2 white stained clay, 1 green, 1 white stained clay. The fourth layer is 1 green, 2 lime, 2 green, 1 lime, 1 white stained clay. The next layer is 1 green, 1 lime, 1 green, 4 lime. The next row is 1 green, 3 lime, 2 green, 1 lime. Second to last row. The next row is 1 green, 3 lime, 2 green, 1 lime. Second to last row is 1 lime, 2 green, 3 lime, 1 green. And the last but not least row is 3 lime, 1 green, lime, green, lime. Once you've done that, you have an 8x8 square, and that's what it should look like. If you want to pause, you know what to do. Now, the other side is the exact same. So, apart from one block, this block here is the exact same. if you're current state play is one green, lime, one green, and the 8th and final layer is 3 lime, 1 green, lime, green, lime. Okie dokie. So once you've done that, again, that is the right side of the head complete. It's 8 by 8. Again, if you want to add a detail right there, just to identify that it's an ear, then you head of the head by staying in place. This is just the template. We're going to replace the first row with 6 lime, and then the second row with 1 green, lime, 2 green, lime, green. So again, the first row so far is 2 green, 1 lime, 2 green, 1 lime, 2 green. So again, this is an 8 by 8 square. However, row here, we're only placing 6 blocks on each row. So the second row is 1 green, 4 lime, 1 green. The third row is 2 lime, 2 green, 2 lime. The fourth row is 6 lime. The fifth row is 1 lime, 1 green, 2 lime, green, lime. The next row is again 6 lime. The second to last row is 1 green, lime, 2 green, lime, green. And the final row is 2 green, 2 lime, 2 green. So that is an 8 by 8 square. If you want to pause, you know what to do. We're going to install solid lime and we're going to punch the details out afterwards because we're working on a flat surface here and that's normally easier. Also, there's not too many details, so the majority of it is lime stained clay. So it should look like this. What we're going to start off by doing is working from the left side. Between these 2 dots here, we're going to go diagonal inwards, right in the middle, and place 1 green right there. We're then going to go 1, 2 to the right, and on the third block, punch 1 out, and then go up diagonal to the left, and that's another 1. These 2 lines at the top, on the left one, we're going to go to the right block, bring it forwards 1, and make a right angle shape. And on the right one, we're going to go to the left one, punch it out, make another right angle shape. And then in between these 2 ones here, we're going to punch this one out diagonally and replace that. For this bottom corner here, we're going to come to this one, go to the left, punch it out, replace with green. And then for this one, we're going to go 2 to the left, so this block here, punch it out, replace with green. The final 2 blocks we're going to do is we're going to come to this left one here, go 1 to the right, and then go up diagonal to the right and punch out, replace with green. And that is the top of the head complete. Again, I'll give you guys a second to pause if you need. But with that said, that is the statue complete. You have built your very own Joker from Suicide Squad, or at least Jared Leto Joker from Suicide Squad. Again, if you do want the other characters, let me know. I'm definitely going to be doing Harley Quinn next week anyways. But for the other characters, it will be based on whether you guys enjoy it or not. And again,
All these materials, chat, by the way, these are all for Harley Quinn, by the way. She uses the most materials today, so this one's going to have a lot of detail. And yes, I am adding the bat. For the people that are wondering, yes, I'm adding that. I wouldn't be Harley Quinn without the bat. Alright, so we're going to position this. Start here. I use the quartz block for this because that's fine. These in here for Katana. Obviously, you guys can see Katana uses a lot less materials than Harley Quinn does. Alright, so let me pull up the video for Harley Quinn, and Then we're going to start building her.
Oak wood stairs and spruce wood stairs. So, again, quite a lot of blocks, but it's because Harley Quinn has tons of colour, and I've really worked really hard on this design to make it as detailed as it can possibly be. So that's pretty much the reason why there's tons of blocks and tons of different colours. And the tutorial is probably going to be relatively long, so hopefully you'll stick around. Anyways, if you want to pop... So with that said, what we're going to do is start on the legs. The legs are 12 tall and 8 wide. We're going to find a nice empty area. I'm not really struggling with that. I have a nice empty world. So what we're going to do is go to where you want to build it, and you're going to place 1 black wall. Next to that, 2 quartz, 2 black wall, 2 quartz, 1 black wall. So if you're building this in a relatively small area, just to give you an idea of the dimensions we're going to be working with, the body is going to extend over 4 to the left and 4 to the right. So you're going to need at least a 4 block gap on either side. It's going to extend 2 to 3 blocks forwards, and then the actual bat itself will be about 6 to 7 blocks forwards, and then it's going to go right. So with that said, continuing with the build, the second layer is 1 light grey, 2 quartz, 2 light grey, 2 quartz, 1 light grey. The third layer is 1 stone, 1 grey wall, 1 light grey. The
Okay.
third layer is 1 stone, 1 grey wall, 1 black wall, 2 stone, 1 light grey. The third layer is 1 stone, 1 grey wall, 1 black wall, 2 stone, 1 black wall, 1 grey wall, 1 stone. The next row is 1 light grey, 1 cyan, 1 black wall, 2 light grey, 1 black wall, 1 cyan, 1 light grey. So again, currently it's 4 blocks tall. The next layer is 1 white stained clay, 1 cyan, 1 black wall, 2 white stained clay, 1 black wall, 1 cyan, 1 white stained clay. The next 5 layers is 8 white stained.
I'm doing the Suicide Squad collection, so I'm basically building every Suicide Squad character. Obviously, we're not doing that today. We're only doing Joker, Harley Quinn, and Katana today. But, over the next week or so, I'm going to be building the Suicide Squad characters. A total of 8 of them. I want to build all 8, throughout the next week or so.
Clay, so that's white stained clay. So again, it should currently be 10 blocks tall. The 11th layer is 2 white stained clay, 2 red wool. So we're going to need to mess around with our inventory a bit here. 2 blue stained clay. 2 white stained clay. And the 12th and final layer for now is 4 red wool and 4 blue stained clay. So once you've done that, it should look something like this. Now that is 12 tall and 8 wide, and to prove it to you, this is where your map or F3 key comes in handy. If you go to the floor level, you see here, my white coordinate goes up by 50, yours will say. That proves that it's 12 tall. Now, I mean, alternatively, you could come to the side and count up 12, but once we build on and we get more and more numbers, it's going to take you more and more time to count it. So it's just a useful little tip, which is very, very easy to do. So with that said, again, that is 12 tall and 8 wide, and that is the legs complete. So now what we're going to do is move on to the body. So for the body, what we're going to do, again, we're going to have to play around with inventory a bit. This is going to be a bit tricky. Is we're going to need our yellow stained clay. We're going to start off by placing one yellow stained clay on the left and one on the right. We're then, on the left side, going to go one to the left using white stained clay, one light grey, two white stained clay, light grey and two white stained clay. Essentially, it's a 4-block overhang on each side, and that just marks out where the hands start. It means we can come back later on and work on that without, again, having to count. So, any corners we can cut, I'm pretty much doing here, but again, it's pretty much for your benefit. So, ignoring the hands now and ignoring the arms, we'll come back to that later on. What we're going to do now is continue with the body. So, in between this yellow stained clay on either side here, we're going to place 2 black wool, 2 yellow stained clay, 2 black wool. So that's the first layer of the body. The second layer is 8 white stained clay. So we start on top of this yellow stained clay here, and we build across 7, so it's 8 in total, until we're above this yellow stained clay right there. So what we're next going to do, this is where we're kind of splitting it in half a bit. We're going to leave a 2-block gap on the left side and place 4 white stained clay, and there should be a 2-block gap on this side. On top of this, we're going to place 2 more layers of 4 white stained clay. It's currently 3 tall, 4 wide. On top of this, we're going to place 1 stone, 2 light grey, 1 stone. On top of that, we place 2 light grey, 1 quartz, 1 light grey. On top of that, we place 1 stone, 2 light grey, 1 stone. On top of that, we place 1 quartz, 2 pink stained clay, 1 quartz. Then we place 4 pink stained clay, and we build up 1 on the left, 1 on the right. In between these 2 blocks, we place 2 white stained clay, and on top of that, we place 4 white stained clay. As you can see, it should be a big old pillar now that separates the left side and the right side. It should be 10 tall, and 4 wide, and then the 2 layers down here will be the 11th and 12th layer. So again, just to prove that we are on track around clay, and on top of that we place 4 white stained clay, and 4 wide, and then the 2 layers down here will be the 11th and 12th layer. So again, just to prove that we are on track and I'm not deceiving all of you, as you can see here, the coordinates is Y29, and the floor is Y5. So that means that this is currently 24 tall, 12 tall for the body, 12 tall for the legs. So again, that's what it looks like so far. Now you're probably wondering what's happening with the left and the right side, and this is where we're going with our colour split that Harley Quinn has. So for the left side, we're going to be using red wool and red stained clay. We're going to start here on top of this white stained clay on the left side. We're going to go up layer by layer. So the first layer is 2 red wool. The second layer is 1 stone, 1 light grey. This is currently the 4th layer of the body, the 2nd layer of our cover. The next layer is 2 red stained clay. The next one is 1 red wool, 1 red stained clay. The next layer is 2 red wool. We then have 2 red stained clay. Next we have 1 red stained clay, 1 red wool, and then we have 3 layers of 2 red wool. And that is the left side complete.
Sorry, chat, if I'm like silent and I'm not talking that much. I'm really locked into this, and This is going to be a semi-complicated statue, so I need to really lock in for this. So if I go silent for like more than a minute, that's why.
For the right side, what we're going to do is pretty much the exact same, layer by layer. So the first layer is 2 of the blue stained clay. We then have 1 light grey, 1 stone, so it's mirrored. And then we just go up layer by layer, placing 2 blue stained clay. So as you can see, once you've done that, it will look something like this, and that is the body complete. Now you may be wondering why I've added 2 shades of red and only 1 shade of blue. And that's simply because you can blend the red a lot easier compared to this color, which you can't reblend as much. The closest one you can reblend would be this, and as you can see, it doesn't blend too well. It stands out a lot. If you wanted to, though, you could go ahead and basically replicate the 2 well. So it goes from this Yahoo. Before we move on to the arms, is actually a little 3D hair effect that we have at the front. Now, compared to the normal hair effects we have on statues, this is very, very simple to do. So what we're going to do is go up to the top left corner. We're going to place 1 yellow stained clay, bring it down 1, and then down diagonal to the right. On the right side, again, we're going to go top right corner, place 2 yellow stained clay, and go down diagonal to the left. And it's simple looking like that. It's very, very easy, and it just adds a little bit of 3D to it, but also adds a bit of detail when we finish the head. So anyways, with that said, what we're going to do now is move on to the left arm. So we come to the left arm, or what we've already started of it. Now if you haven't built this for whatever reason, you come up to the 13th layer, which will be the first layer of the body, which will be this layer of the belt, which is yellow and black. And you're going to build 4 to left using white stained clay, with the third from left block being 1 light grey stained clay. So again, the arms are 12 tall, 4 wide. We're going to be doing it layer by layer. So again, the first layer from left to right is 2 white stained clay, 1 light grey, 1 white stained clay. The second layer is 4 white stained clay. The third layer is 4 red stained clay. The next layer is 4 red wool. We then have 3 light grey, 1 stone, and it will connect up diagonally to this. Stone right there. Next, we have 2 layers of 4 red wool, a layer of red stained clay, a layer of 3 red wool, 1 red stained clay, again 3 red wool, 1 red stained clay, and then the final 2 layers is 1 red stained clay, 3 red wool. So again, 1 red stained clay, 3 red wool. And once you've done that, again, that is a 12 by 4. Should be looking like this. I don't like saying it as much as I do because I know some of you guys get frustrated by the constant repetition, but it is a good time to pause, so please do so. So the other arm is actually a tad different in the sense that, again, we're using 1 tone of colour, the blue stained clay, rather than the red wool and the red stained clay. One exception is that the fact on the right arm there is a tiny bit of red at the bottom, but I'm going to explain that now. So heading over to the right arm now, again this is on the 13th layer, we go 4 blocks to the right. The first layer from left to right is 1 white stained clay, 1 light grey, 2 white stained clay. The second layer is 4 white stained clay, and the third layer we're going to place 1 red stained clay, 3 red wool. So it should look like this. The fourth layer is 4 blue stained clay, and then the fifth layer is 1 stone, 3 light grey. Currently, again, it is 5 tall. The next 7 layers is just 4 blue stained clay. So we do this, we just build up 4 blue stained clay, each layer for 7 layers. That will bring you to the same height as the top of the body. And once you've done that, you'll have something that looks like this. Again, it's very similar to the other side in the sense that the style of the light grey and the stone and the hands However, again, there's the small details that are missing, like the 2 tones of color, and also the red stained clay part at the bottom is just a single strip, whereas on the other side it's slightly different. So with that said, again, that is the front of the statue complete. So again, currently it should be 24 tool, 60, and start working on the sides. So for the side, what we're going to do is go 1, 2, 3 to the left from the bottom left corner of the leg. We're going to work up layer by layer again, and it's 12 by 4. The second layer is 1 light grey, 2 black wool. The next layer is 1 stone, 1 grey wool, 1 light grey. The next layer is 1 light grey, 1 grey, 1 stone. The next 7 layers is 3 white stained clay. And then the final layer is 3 red wool. That'll bring you to the top. That is a 12 by 4, as you can see right here. And the other side we can now skip round to is again a mirror, so if you want to skip ahead and do that, you can. But the one difference being at the top, instead of red wool, it is in fact our blue stained clay. So again, I'm going to go over it nevertheless, just in case. So what we do is we come around to the right side, we go 1, 2, 3 backwards. Again, it's 12 by 4, we should have an L shape. This block here, or this row here should I say, is the full block for each row, so we're only placing 3 blocks on each row. So again, going from left to right, each row, second row is 2 black wool, 1 light grey. The third row is 1 light grey, 1 grey, 1 stone. The next row is 1 stone, 1 grey, 1 light grey. The next 7 layers is white stained clay, blue. So once you've done that, we can now move on to doing the side of the arms. So what we're going to do to start off the side of the arms is come around to the rear of the statue, right here, and come to the bottom of the arms, each one the first layer of the white stained clay, and expand it backwards 1, 2, 3, all the way across. And if you come below, you'll notice it's a 4 by 4 square of white stained clay. We're now going to head over to this arm, do the exact same, expand it backwards 1, 2, 3, all the way. This row is the 4th block, so we're only placing 3 on each row. We're going to be going left to right, layer by layer. So the first layer, again, is white stained clay, same with the second. So that's 2 layers of white stained clay. Here. So the first layer, again, is white stained clay, same with the second. So that's 2 layers of white stained clay. The third layer is 1 red stained clay, 2 red wool. The next layer is 3 red wool. Then we have 1 light grey, 2 stone. We then have 2 layers of red wool, a layer of red wool, 3 red stained clay. The next layer, which is the one I just got confused about, is 1 red wool, 2 red stained clay. So I was going to have them swap the other way around, but in fact the first layer being solid red stained clay. Then we have 1 layer of red wool, 2 stained clay. The next layer is the exact same, 1 wool, 2 stained clay. And then the final 2 layers is 1 stained clay, 2 red wool. So again, 1 stained clay, 2 red wool. So apologies for that little confusion there. I don't think it probably would have thrown any of you guys off. I think it's more of a personal throw-off. Confused me just a tad for a second there. But it is 12-bit arm. Again, layer by layer, left to right. This is the 4th block, 3 blocks per layer. I know I say it a lot, but I really want to drill it into your heads that this is what we're doing. So the first 2 layers is white stained clay. The third layer is 2 red stained clay, 1 red wool. The 4th layer is where we're going to need our blue stained clay. It's 3 blue stained clay. The next layer is 2 stone, 1 light grey. And then the final 7 layers is simply blue stained clay. That'll bring us up to the same height as the front of the body. And this is the right side of the arm complete. It's very, very simple. The right side of the body is generally a lot easier because we're only using 1 colour. So, as you can see here, it's starting to come together really nicely, starting to look really nice. However, if you come around to the rear of the statue, you'll notice the back of the legs in the middle, and that will equal the second layer in the middle, and that will equal 8 in total. So the first layer, in between the black wool, we're going to place 2 grey, 2 black wool, 2 grey. The second layer is 2 grey, 2 light grey, 2 grey. The third layer is 2 cyan, 2 stone, 2 cyan, 2 grey. The third layer is 2 cyan, 2 stone, 2 cyan. And then the next layer is 2 stone, 2 light grey, 2 stone. The next 6 layers is white stained clay. That's the first one. Second, that's the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth layer of white stained clay. The next layer, the second to last layer, the 11th layer, is 1 white stained clay, 2 blue stained clay, 2 red wool, 1 white stained clay, and then the last layer is 3 white. Did I say white stained clay? 3 blue stained clay, and 3 red wool. It should link up perfectly, give you something that looks like this. Again, that is a 12 by 8. So, moving on now, we can now move on to the back of the body. Again, being a 12 by 8, we're going to go layer by layer. So, starting off on the left side, what we're going to do, we need our yellow stained clay. We're going to place 1 yellow stained clay, and it should be right next to this white stained clay block here. We place 6 black wool, and then 1 yellow stained clay, and again, that should link up to, we have placed 1 yellow stained clay, and it should be right next to this white stained clay block here. We place 6 black wool, and then 1 yellow stained clay, and again, that should link up to the back of the left arm. On top of that, we're going to place 8 white stained clay, and on top of that, we're going to place 4 blue stained clay and 4 red wool. So first, 4 blue stained clay, and then 4 red wool. On top of this, we're going to place 1 stone, 6 light grey, 1 stone, and then what we're going to do is in the 2 middle blocks, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th, on top of this, we're going to place 1 stone, 6 light grey, 1 stone, and then what we're going to do is in the 2 middle blocks, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th and 5th block, we place 2 stone. Now this is, again, where it kind of separates. So on the left side, we're going to have blue stained clay, on the right, we're going to have our red. So, on the left part of this 2 block of stone, so the first one, we're going to build up 7 using blue stained clay, so 1. These next 3 blocks next to it, we're going to build up 8 using blue stained clay, and again, it all come up to the same height, and that is the left side of the body complete. So again, that goes 8, 8, 8, 7, and then for the right side now, again, we're going to have to do this layer by layer because we're using red stained clay and wool. So the first layer, there's 3 blocks here, we're going to place 3 red stained clay. The second layer is 1 clay, 1 wool, 1 clay, 1 wool. The next layer is 1 clay, 3 wool. The next layer is 4 wool. Next we have 1 clay, 1 wool, 2 clay. We then have 1 clay, 1 wool, 1 clay, 1 wool. The next layer is 2 wool, 1 clay, 1 wool, and the final layer is 3 wool and 1 clay. So again, I'm going to back up and let you guys pause here if you want. I know that sometimes looking at it is a bit better than listening to my amazing voice talk about it. So I know that if you want to pause here, this would probably be a good time to do so. So anyways, backing up a bit, just so you have a visual of what it should be looking like so far. It's just the back of the arms we've got to work on now. Here's white stained clay and the stain for the second. The next layer, again left to right, is 2 red wool, 1 red stained clay. We then need our blue stained clay again. Next row is 3 blue stained clay. We then have 2 light grey, 1 stone, and then 7 layers of blue stained clay. So again, that will bring us up to the top. Then what we can go ahead and do is fill this whole area in here, the shoulders, using our blue stained clay. Now for this side, we want to leave it empty because that's going to have a different pattern. But for now, that is the back of the right arm complete. Again, a 12 by 4. So for the back of the left arm, again, first 2 layers is white stained clay. The third layer, again, we need to clean up my inventory a bit, is 3 red stained clay. Next layer is 3 red wool. We then have 1 stone, 2 light grey. The next layer is 2 stained clay, 1 red wool. The next layer is 3 red wool. We then have 3 stained clay. The next row is 1 stained clay, 2 red wool. Next row is 1 stained clay, 2 red wool. And then the final 2 rows is 3 red wool, sorry, apologies, not stained clay, red wool. I'm in the habit now of saying stained clay a lot, I guess. So, again, if you want to pause, this would be a good time. I'm saying this a lot, I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, and diagonally from this red stained clay here, we're going to place a red stained clay, same with this one. So it should be 2 red stained clay right here. On the furthest away one, so the one closer to the back side, we're going to go 1 to the right using red stained clay, and then we're going to fill the rest of this area in using red wool. And that's essentially the left shoulder, as you can see here, and then that's the right shoulder. So it's 16 wide and 4 deep. Fill the rest of this area in once. So it should be 2 red stained clay right here. On the furthest away one, so the one closer to the back side, we're going to go 1 to the right using red stained clay, and then we're going to fill the rest of this area in using red wool. And that's essentially the left shoulder, as you can see here, and then that's the right shoulder. So it's 16 wide and 4 deep, and that's what it should look like. So what we're going to do now is head back round to the rear of the statue because we're not actually done. So,
Okay, hold on. Before he does this, I gotta position my last one for today. And I'm gonna grab the materials chat for the next 3 that I'm gonna do next week. But I'm gonna do that off stream because I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. So I'm gonna do that off stream. Want to thank you guys too for the support on the Halloween or scary statues I made. That entire series did very, very well, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I also really enjoyed making them. Pretty much all of them, actually, I enjoyed making. There was one that I didn't make because I didn't want to, but a lot of these I'm really proud of. I'm really proud of Granny, and it's probably my favorite one that I made myself. I think it came out really good.
this part, and I'm going to clear up my inventory a bit. We're going to need our hair color. So we're going to need purple wool, magenta, pink, yellow stained clay, and then we're going to need blue wool, blue stained clay, and light blue stained clay. So this is all the colors just for the back of the hair where she has the highlights of pink and blue. And that's actually mad thinking that we're going to...
I'm actually going to organize this better because this does not look very good at all. So let me do this. Organize this. Okay, that's better.
Using, 8 colors just for the hair. That's how crazy colorful the hair is. That's also how much detail I've decided to put into it. So what we're going to do is, again, starting at the back side, we're going to go to the top left corner, which should be blue stained clay. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 5th block we're going to place 1 yellow wool, 1 pink, 1 yellow stained clay. We're then going to leave a 2-block gap, and we're going to place 3 yellow stained clay. So this is where the 2 kind of like ponytails or parts of hair come down. So essentially, it's on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd block from the left on the body, 2-block gap, and then the 6th, 7th, and 8th block. So essentially, we're not building on the arms, just the body, and it's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then 6th, 7th, 8th. So we skip the 4th and 5th. We're going to start on the left one first. We're going to, again, do it layer by layer. So the 2nd layer down is 1 magenta, 1 pink wool, 1 purple. Next, we're going to place 1 pink, 1 magenta. The next row is 2 magenta. So again, it gets thinner and thinner. The next row is 1 magenta, 1 purple. And then what we're going to do is go down diagonal like so, and that is the left part complete. For the right one now, the 1st layer, again, is 3 yellow stained clay. It should be a 2-block gap. The 2nd layer is 1 blue wool, 1 light blue stained clay, 1 yellow stained clay. The next layer is 1 blue stained clay, 1 blue wool, one light blue stained clay. The next layer, we're going to leave one. We place one blue stained clay, one blue wool. Underneath that, we place two blue stained clay. Underneath that, we place one blue wool, and then we go one to the left using blue wool, and that is our hair complete. It's as simple as that, and it just looks really, really nice once you've added the head. It starts to come together and make a bit of sense. So, anyways, now what we're going to do is move on to the head, but before we do that, we're going to have a quick spin around, give you guys the last opportunity, I guess, to pause and catch up before we actually time you. As you need our white stained clay. What we're going to do now is move on to the head. So for the head, the main materials you're going to need, of course, is the two yellows. We're going to need our white stained clay, our quartz, our light blue stained clay, our red wool, and our blue wool. That's the main materials you're going to need. There might be one or two I'm forgetting, but just off the top of my head, that's the main ones. So what we're going to do is come to the front side, go to the top left corner, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks to the right. And on the fifth block, we're going to place one yellow stained clay and bring it 2 forwards. We're going to do the exact same now on the right side. So we go to the right side, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the fifth block, we should have this yellow stained clay in front. We're going to place yellow stained clay, bring it 2 forwards. Now, if you've done it correctly, there should be a 6 block gap in between, which we're going to fill with white stained clay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as you can see there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that will give you an 8x2 overhang, as you can see like this. So that's 6 blocks of white stained clay and 2 of yellow. Next, what we're going to do is come around to the sides, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backwards, again using yellow stained clay, same with this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and link them together by placing 6 yellow stained clay in between, and that will give you an 8x2 overhang of the rear side. But most importantly, that will give you an 8x8 square, and this is going to be the template we're going to be using for our head, face, left side, right side, rear side, and we're going to, of course, start off on the face. So, the first layer of the face is 1 yellow stained clay, 6 white stained clay, 1 yellow. The second layer is 1 yellow stained clay. We will potentially be punching this out. There's a few things we're going to change afterwards, but for now, we're going to work like this. 1 quartz, 1 light blue stained clay, 2 white, 1 light blue, 1 quartz, 1 blue wool. The next row is 1 yellow stained clay, 1 quartz, 1 light blue, 2 white, 1 light blue, 1 quartz, 1 blue. The next layer is 1 yellow stained clay, 2 red wool, 2 white stained clay, 2 blue wool, 1 yellow stained clay. The next layer is 1 yellow stained clay, 6 white, 1 yellow stained clay. The next layer is again 1 yellow stained clay, 6 white, 1 yellow. And the final 2 layers is 8 yellow stained clay. So once you've done that, you'll have something that looks like this, and that is 8 by 8, so 8 tall, 8 wide. Now right now it looks really weird and really plain. However, we're going to work on fixing that right now. So the way we're going to do that is by adding a bunch of 3D hair effects. So we're going to start on the left side. In the bottom left corner, we're going to go up 1. On the second block, which should be to the left of this quartz block, we're going to place 1 yellow stained clay. Above that, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow stained clay, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow stained clay. We're then going to go 1 to the right using, again, yellow stained clay, 1 to the right using yellow wool. Up 1 using yellow stained clay. To right 1 using yellow stained clay. Up 1 using yellow wool. So I'll back up just to give you a progress pause. 2 to the left using yellow stained clay. 1 down using yellow wool. and one to the left using yellow stained clay. That is the first half complete. For the right side now, what we're going to do is go to the, of course, the right side. We're going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the fifth block, which should be up diagonal from this blue wall here, we're going to go up 1, 2, 3 using yellow stained clay. We go 1 to the left. We go up 1 using yellow wool, 1 to the left with yellow stained clay, down 1 with yellow wool, down 1 yellow stained clay, and then link back to this original part here with 1 yellow wool. Once you've done that, it will look something like this. And as you can see, it's starting to look a tad nicer. So, this is the face. If you want to pause, you're more than welcome to, and on the left side of the head. So again, we're going to make a few changes. So starting on the first layer, we come to the left side, we punch out the second block, replace with yellow wool, and then we punch out the 6th and 7th block and replace on the left side of the head. So again, we're going to make a few changes. So starting on the first layer, we come to the left side, we punch out the second block, replace with yellow wool, and then we punch out the 6th and 7th block and replace with white stained clay. The first layer consists of 1 yellow stained clay, 1 yellow wool, 3 stained clay, 2 white stained clay, and then 1 yellow stained clay. Again, we're going to be going up layer by layer, and it's going to be pretty easy to follow. At least I hope it is for you guys. So let's begin. So starting off, we're going to start on the left side. First layer is again 1 yellow stained clay, yellow wool, 3 stained clay, 2 white stained clay, 1 yellow stained clay. The second layer is 3 yellow stained clay, 2 yellow wool, 1 yellow stained clay, 1 white stained clay, and then we're going to replace this one with yellow wool. The next layer is 3 yellow wool, 2 yellow stained clay, 1 yellow wool, 1 white stained clay. The next layer is 1 yellow wool, 3 yellow stained clay, 1 yellow wool, 1 yellow stained clay, 1 yellow wool. The fifth layer is 1 yellow stained clay, 1 wool, 1 clay, 2 wool, 1 clay, 1 wool. The next layer, the sixth layer, is 3 clay, 1 wool, 3 clay, and then we're going to punch this one out here and place 1 wool. The seventh layer is 1 wool, 1 clay, 2 wool, 1 clay, 2 wool. And the last but not least row or layer is 1 wool, 1 clay, 2 wool, 2 clay, 1 wool. Once you've done that, you'll have an 8x8 square, this point to this point, and then of course you've got the 3D effect at the front, which kind of connects onto it. But this is what it looks like at this point. And we're now going to go around to the right side and pretty much do the exact same. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is in fact a mirrored copy. But again, I'm going to go over it nevertheless. So again, this is the left side. I'm going to go head round to the right side. So again, similar to what we did on the left side, what we're going to do is come to the first layer and start correcting a few things. So the second block from left and the third block is white stained clay, and then the seventh block is yellow wool.
just doing it this way, chat. Honestly, it doesn't matter which way I do it because it's the exact same as the front. So it honestly doesn't even matter. Okay.
The next layer is one wool, clay, heat. So now what we're going to do is come around to the rear side of the head and start working on that. So again, it's an 8x8 square. However, we have a row here already done. Same with this one. So we're only placing 6 blocks in each row. So starting at the bottom row, what we're going to do is punch out the 2nd, 4th, and then 7th block and replace all with yellow wool. So the first layer is 1 yellow stained clay, 1 wool, clay, wool, 2 clay, 1 wool, 1 clay. The second layer is 2 wool with yellow wool. So the first layer is 1 yellow stained clay, 1 wool, clay, wool, 2 clay, 1 wool, 1 clay. The second layer is 2 wool, 2 clay, 2 wool. The third layer is 1 clay, 1 wool, 1 clay, 2 wool, 1 clay. The fourth layer is 2 clay, 1 wool, 3 clay. The next layer is 2 clay, 1 wool, 1 clay, 1 wool, 1 clay. The next layer is 2 wool, 1 clay, 1 wool, 1 clay, 1 wool. The seventh layer is 1 wool, 2 clay, 2 wool, 1 clay. And the last and 8th layer is 2 clay, 3 wool, and 1 clay. So once you've done that, it will look something like this. But what we're going to go ahead and do is get our red wool and we're going to add 2 bows. So starting on the bottom left corner, what we're going to do is go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, which will be this yellow wool, we're going to place 1 red wool, go up diagonal and then down diagonal, and that is bow number 1. For the right side, we're going to just head over to the right on the 4th block. We're going to place 1 red wool, go up and then down, and that is bow number 2. So simply, it's just 3 red wool on the left and right side, and that's bow 1 and bow 2. So now what we're going to do is go to the top of the head, and you're presented with something that looks like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off at the back and work our way forwards. So the first layer, the back layer, is 1 wool, 1 stained clay, 3 wool, 2 clay, 1 wool. The second layer is 1 clay, 1 wool, 1 clay, 2 wool, clay, wool. And of course there should be a clay here. So each row again is only 6 blocks. So the next one is 1 wool, 2 clay, wool, 2 clay. The next row is 2 clay, 1 wool, 1 clay, 2 wool. The next row is 2 wool, and then 4 clay. The next row is 1 clay, 2 wool, 2 clay, 1 wool. Second to last row is 1 wool, 2 clay, 2 wool, 1 clay. And then the final row, which is this row here, which appears to be already done. However, we're going to make a few changes. The third block and then the 6th block are both yellow wool. So we just replace those 2 blocks right there. And once you've done that, it will look like this. And that is the top of the head complete. Now, theoretically, that would be the tutorial complete. However, we're going to add a little baseball bat because she has her baseball bat in the film. What I'm going to do before I add that, though, is a little spin around of it. As you're going to do now is add the bat. So the 2 materials you're going to need for this is the oak wood stairs and the spruce wood stairs.
Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear all my inventory, get rid of all the materials I don't need, and then I'll just grab the 2 materials I need for the back. So that'll probably make it easier. Let's do this. And let's grab the 2 materials here for the back. Okay.
What we're going to do, if I can't get past the arm, that is, come to the front side and to the left hand. And we're going to start off on the first row. We're going to go up one to the second row and to the second block. I'm going to place an upside down spruce stair facing towards the left, and then we're going to face one to right on the third block. On the third layer, second block and third block, we're going to have a normal stair facing towards the left and a normal stair facing towards the right, and it will give you a shape that looks like this. Now we're going to go around to the back side now and replicate this. So heading around to the back of the left arm, we're going to come to the, again, second row, and we're going to have a upside down stair facing towards the left. Third block, we're going to have an upside down stair facing towards the right, like this. And then on the third layer, again, on top, one to the left, one to the right, facing normal. Now you could make this too thick if you really wanted to, but I'm going to make it, in fact I will make it too thick, using the spruce wood. And again, it just makes it look like she's gripping onto the bat more, and also it's kind of representing the part of the bat that sticks out.
I want to add that, chat, because that's like that's the bat handle. I did that for Granny. If you guys saw my tutorial on Granny, I used oak wood for the Actually, let me see how far out did I go for this, because I kind of want to do the same kind of design. Oh, he did one. Okay. Okay, I kind of want to do that, because I think that might actually make it look better. Let me do it this way. It might look better if I do it this way. Oh yeah, that looks way better. Okay.
What we're going to do is extend the front part forward 7 blocks using oak. So basically, on the bottom left corner, we're going to seven oak wood stairs facing upside down, facing towards the left. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It can be a bit fiddly, so bear that in mind. Bottom right corner, we're going to have 7 facing towards the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, it's easier once you place the original ones. And on top of that, again, normal one facing towards the left and normal one facing towards the right. So essentially the bat sticks out 8 blocks from the front of the statue, and it will look like this. Again, I was playing around with the bat design for quite a while, and that's the best I could really get it without it looking really funky. I used stairs so it was like a bit more rounded, but again, it looks like this from the end, and it's 8 wide, 7 blocks of oak and 1 of spruce, and then round the back you've got, of course, the end of the bat, which is 2 spruce. So from I used 6, 7. Again, it's easy to bear that in mind. Bottom right corner, we're going to have 7 facing.
Okay, I don't like how it's up like that. How did I do it for Granny? I feel like I have to put it in their hands. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna do this again because it doesn't look right. Let me fix this. Yeah, see, that looks way better. It's like she's holding it. Now I gotta move this down. Let me fix this really quick, chat, and then we'll move on to Katana, which is gonna be the last character I'm gonna make today. I don't mind having the bat look like that, but I need to have it actually in her hand. Like the way I had it before, it looks like it was floating. Yeah, that looks way better. Because it looks like she's actually like gripping the bat with her hand. It looks way better. Yeah, I like that a lot more. That looks way better. Okay. Oh, I gotta grab the materials for katana. What am I doing? I think this one uses pretty much. I think pretty much the same amount of materials as Joker. Maybe a little less. am interested to see though how he does the katana because he adds the katana, so I'm curious to see how he does the katana. All right, that was a pretty good video to watch. Say, dude, I love his videos. They're so good. They're easy to understand too, which is the other reason why I like watching his videos.
It was all just negative. So if you do have any constructive criticism, there's a few details, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 few details such as the yellow stripe, and then we're going to start blending it to the body a bit. So we're going to find a nice open area, as you can see here, this is perfect. And we're going to place 8 black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 black wool. And that is the first layer. Again, there's 12 layers in total, each layer being 8 wide, and that's the first one complete. So the second layer is 3 coal, 2 black wool, and 3 coal. The third layer is 2 coal, 4 black wool, 2 coal. Again, that is the third layer. The fourth layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. I'm going to keep on like backing up a bit just so you can pause if you need to. Please, 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 please do not hesitate to hit the pause button whenever you feel is necessary. Again, bear in mind each layer is 8 thick. Apologies, I just punched my microphone. And currently it's 4 tall. So the fifth layer is 2 black wool, 4 coal, and 2 black wool. The sixth layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 4 black wool, coal, 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, 1 coal, 3 black wool, and 1 coal. I don't know why I said 2 there. So it's coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 3 black wool, 1 coal. The next layer is 4 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 yellow wool, 1 black wool. Again, I'm going to back up a bit just in case you need to pause. That is the 8th layer. The 9th layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 yellow wool, and 1 black wool. The next layer, the 10th layer, is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 yellow, 1 black. Again, that was the 10th layer. Currently 10 tall, 8 wide. The 11th layer, second to last layer, is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 3 black wool, and 1 grey wool. Now this is where things might throw you off a tiny bit, and this is because the final layer of the build, or the final layer of the leg, should I say, is actually kind of starting off with the body. So we're going to place 1 red stained clay, 3 red wool, 1 clay, 1 red wool, 1 grey wool, and 1 red wool. Now the reason why we're doing this is because her, like, I guess it's not really her shirt, but her jackets and her clothes she's wearing on her upper body actually droops down a bit lower. So that's why we're having it so that it kind of covers up the top of the legs. So it's going to be drooping down over the top of the legs. So theoretically, you could make it 3D if you want at least the front to stick and start working on the body. So the body is 12 tall and 8 wide for the first layer, which is technically the second layer of the red, is 2 red stained clay, 1 red wool, 1 stained clay, 1 red wool, 1 stained clay, 1 red wool, and 1 grey wool. So again, that is the first layer of the body. What we're going to do from here is on the left side, we're going to go 2 to the left using coal, and then 2 black wool. And we're going to do the exact same on the right side. So we head over to the right side now, and then next to this grey wool, we're going to go 2 to right using coal, and then 2 black wool. Now, essentially, what we're doing here is marking out where the hands are. Basically means we can come back later on in the video and start building the arms straight away. But for now, we're going to continue working on the body. We're going to ignore that they're even there. It's just a marker for later on to make our life a bit easier. So, with that said, we're now going to continue with the body. So again, the first layer is 2 red stained clay, 1 red wool, 1 stained clay, 1 wool, 1 clay, 1 wool, 1 grey wool. The second layer is 2 white stained clay, 1 light grey, 2 white, 1 light grey, 2 white. So this is kind of like her stomach region, which is actually exposed, hence the skin tone. So, the next layer, which is the third layer, is 1 black wool, 1 white stained clay, 1 light grey stained clay, 2 white, 1 light grey, 1 white, and 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 light grey stained clay, 4 white stained clay, 1 light grey stained clay, 1 black wool. The next layer, which is the fifth layer, is 1 black wool, 1 white, 4 white stained clay, 1 white wool, 1 black wool. Again, feel free to pause whenever you feel is a good time for you. The next 2 layers, so the next 2 layers are the exact same, is 1 black wool, 6 white wool, and 1 black wool. And we do that again, so black wool, 6 white wool, and 1 black wool. Again, currently should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. The 8th layer, again very, very similar, is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 4 white, 1 coal, 1 black wool. Backing up a bit. The next layer, which is the 9th layer, is 1 coal, 6 white wool, and 1 coal. The next layer is 2 black wool, 4 white, 2 black, and that is the 10th layer. 2 layers remaining. The 11th layer, this is where we're kind of getting into the neck region, is 2 black wool, 4 white stained clay, 2 black wool. And the final layer, the 12th layer, is 1 black wool, 2 coal, 2 white stained clay, 2 coal, and 1 black wool. Now I'm going to get rid of my arm here, and we're going to do a little Pausaruni opportunity.
Se puede colocar en el espacio del asiento del automóvil y cuenta con colores, luz gradual que se enciende cuando el vehículo arranca.
Count 1 to 20. Down it goes Dapperant. Skills tells speed Y29. You'd be lucky because there is no F3 key. But with that said, that is the body complete. Again, it kind of like screws with your mind a bit because this top layer of the legs is technically the first layer of the body, although it's not at the same time. This is the official first layer of the body, the one in line with the arms. Talking of the arms, that is what we're going to build now. So, again, one last opportunity for now.
That wasn't too difficult.
And we're now going to start working on the left arm. So, the arms start on the 13th layer of the build. If you haven't already marked out, you come to the 13th layer, you go forward to the left, forward to the right. We're going to start on the left arm first. So, the row we already have, again on the 13th layer, is from left to right, 2 black wool, 2 coal. Now, the arms are 12 tall, 4 wide. That is the first layer complete. The second layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. The next 3 layers is 4 white stained clay. So again, that's her arm. The next layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. And this is again getting into her sleeve. The next layer is 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. The next layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The next 2 layers is 4 white wool. And this is going to be her armband. She indeed does have a Japanese armband on each side. And the final 2 layers, the first one, the 11th layer, is 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 red wool. And the final layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 red wool, and 1 red stained clay. And it looks like this. Again, that is 12 tall and 4 wide. And this will be a good opportunity to pause if you want to. Now, one thing I want to say is the other side is the exact same, just mirrored. So if you do want to skip ahead, be a Speedy Gonzalez and just flip it over, then you're more than welcome to do so. However, I will go over it nevertheless for all those people that, I guess, want the explanation. So, again, that is the left arm, and we're now going to transition over to the right arm and do the exact same. So, same as the left arm, we come to the 13th layer of the build. We go 4 blocks to the right, and the first layer from left to right is 2 coal, 2 black wool. The second layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, and 1 black wool. The next 3 layers is 4 white stained clay, so it currently should be 5 blocks tall. The 6th layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. The 7th layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal. The 8th layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool. Then we have our 2 layers of white for the Japanese flag armband. And then the final 2 layers is 1 red, 1 coal, 2 black. And the 12th and final layer being 1 red stained clay, 1 red wool, 1 block of coal, and 1 black wool. And as you can see, it is the exact same as the left arm, just flipped over, so that what you see on the left side of the left arm is on the right side of the right arm. Hopefully that makes sense, but as you can see here, that is the front of each arm. They are both 12 tall, 4 wide, front of plate of the side of the leg. So side total, because this is our actually bottom left black wool, actually bottom left corner, the first row is 3 black wool, as you may have already done. The second layer is 3 coal. The third layer is 2 coal, 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool. The 5th layer is 3 black wool. The 6th layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. The next layer is 3 black wool. The layer after that is 2 coal, 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, and then the same for the next one. So 1 coal, 2 black wool. The final layer, or second final layer should I say, again, exact same, 1 coal, 2 black wool. And then the actual final layer, the 12th layer is 2 red wool and 1 red stained clay. Now what you can also do is from this top right corner here, go down diagonal, punch one out and just replace it with coal. Probably should have done that in the first place, but I guess it's just easier to punch it out afterwards. So that's what it looks like. It is 12 tall and 4 wide, and from side angle looks like this. Now the other side, again, is very, very similar. However, there's a few details that are kind of changed in the sense that she has like her holder for her samurai sword on that side. And yeah, it's basically, there's going to be a few differences. So you can skip ahead, but then there's going to be a few differences at the top which you might miss out on. So again, final look at this side here. I'm now doing black wool. The third layer is in black wool, and that will give you a 12x4 L, so 12 tall, 4 wide. The second layer is 3 coal, so again this is from left to right. The third layer is 1 black wool and 2 coal. The fourth layer is 2 black wool and 1 coal. So far, very, very similar. The next layer is 3 black wool. Then we have 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. So again, so far identical. The next layer is 3 black wool. The next layer is 1 black wool and 2 coal. Again, I keep on backing up just so you can pause if you need to. The next layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal. And this is where things start to change up a bit. So the 10th layer is 1 coal. This is where we need to like manage our inventories nicely. 1 stone and 1 grey wool. The 11th layer is, just nicely, 1 stone and 1 grey wool. The 11th layer is 1 light grey wool, 1...
Oh, did I start? Oh, no, I didn't.
grey wool, and 1 coal. And the 12th layer and final layer is 1 grey wool, 1 stone, and 1 red wool. And that is again 12 by 4. As you can see, the slight difference is that top part, the final 3 layers. So basically layer 10, 11, and 12. That's the only differences, but again, it's small differences and could really mess things up if you don't follow it. So again, from a side angle, looks like this. And now what we can do is move on to the side of the arms. But what we're going to do first is come around to the rear of the statue and do the base plates for the hands. So what I mean by the base plates for the hands is we're going to come to the bottom of the hands on each side, this first layer of 2 black wool and 1 coal, and we're going to extend it backwards 1, 2, 3 all the way across using black wool. If you do it correctly, if you come below, it'll be a 4 by 4 square, as you can see here. And we're going to do the exact same for the other side now. So we bring it back 1, 2, 3 all the way across on both sides, and again 4 by 4 square. So what that gives us, if you come around to the side now, is a little like base of the hands, and then the first layer already done. So again, same logic applies for the side opportunities to pause, catch.
Wow, I'm not just surviving, I'm thriving. Thanks, Dutch.
Please tell me I made it.
Sit with coal. From left to right, the second layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The next 3 layers is white stained clay, so the next 3 layers is 3 white stained clay. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The next layer is 3 black wool. After that, we do 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. So that is the 8th layer. The 9th and 10th layer, we're going to do 1 white and 2 red wool. And again, for the 10th layer, 1 white and 2 red wool. And that's going to be our little Japanese, like, I guess, armbands. And for the final 2 layers, the 11th layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. And the 12th and final layer is 2 coal and 1 black wool. And it looks like this. Again, 12 tool for wide and from the side angle like this. So as you can see, I've kind of carried over the detail onto the side of the arms, which is something I don't commonly do very plain same. On the backwards L, 4th layer already here. So we're going to start off on the first layer. We're going to come to the 2nd and 3rd block and instantly white stained clay. And 3rd block and instantly replace with coal. The 2nd layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. We then have 3 layers of white stained clay. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The layer after that is 3 black wool. And the layer after that is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The 9th and 10th layer, again, same as the other side, is 2 red and 1 white. Same for the 10th layer, 2 red, 1 white. And that is the Japanese armband. And the final 2 layers, the 11th layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black. And the final layer is 1 black wool and 2 coal. Again, 12 tool for wide and from the side angle. So if I back up a bit, you can see what it should be looking like so far. You can see it's really starting to take shape, and I'm really, again, I might be biased, but I really do like this design. So, as you can see, really, now the back of the left boot equals 8. Damn, I'm so good at maths. Anyways, the first layer is 6 black wool. So again, 6 black wool. It will join the 2 sides, this side and this side, and will give you an 8 wide stretch. The second layer is 2 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal. The third layer is 2 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool. The 4th layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The 5th layer is 2 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal. Gives you kind of almost like a smiley face, like you've got the eyes here, and then the nose here, and then like the little whiskers here. It's like the, it reminds me kind of the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, if that rings any bells for you guys. Again, that might be me just like having weird visions and picturing stuff, but that's kind of what that reminds me of. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 red wool, 2 black wool, one red wool, one black wool. And again, this is kind of where we've got the red draping down onto the back of the legs. So the next layer is one red wool, one black wool, two coal, one black wool, one red. The next layer is one red wool, one red stained clay, two black wool, two red wool. Again, if you're like all about symmetry, you could have a red stained clay here, but it would kind of mess up the pattern a bit, so don't really recommend it. But again, if OCD is like driving you mad, feel free. The next layer is one black wool, one red wool, one coal, one coal again, one red stained clay, and one black wool. The next layer is one red stained clay, one red wool, one coal, one black wool, two red wool. And something you could actually do here, which looks kind of cool, is if you punch out this one and just replace it with black and just have the two coal rather than three, it gives you like a crisscross pattern, which looks kind of neat. Again, open for whichever one you like better. The 11th layer, the second to last layer, is one red wool, four black wool, and one red stained clay. Again, that's what it looks like so far. And the 12th and final layer for now is one red stained clay, three red wool, one red stained clay, and one red wool. Now, if I get rid of my arm, you'll see that that is indeed 12 tall, 8 wide, and that is the back of the...
I really like the look of these, chat. I really do. I'm going to pause this video for a second. I really like how all these look so far. I really do. I think they look really good. They have a lot of detail, but, like, I don't know. They just look good. I like them a lot. I think Joker looks great. I think Harley also looks really good. And Katana already looks good, even though I'm not even finished with it yet. But it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, now the first layer is one grey wool, two red stained clay, three red wool, and two red stained clay. And again, that should link up the left arm and the right arm of what we already have built. The next layer is two white stained clay, one red wool, two white stained clay, two red wool, one white stained clay. Again, this is kind of where, like, you can see through her shirt a tiny bit at the bottom. The next layer is one block of coal, one red wool, one red stained clay, two white stained clay, one red stained clay, one red wool, and one block of coal. The next layer is one black wool, one red wool, one black wool, two coal, two red wool, one coal. The next layer is one coal, one red wool, one black wool, one coal, one black wool, one coal, one red stained clay, and one black wool. Again, that is 5 tall and 8 wide. The sixth layer is one black wool, one red stained clay, one red wool, two black wool, one red wool, one block of coal, and one black wool. The next layer is one black wool, one block of coal, one red stained clay, two coal, one red stained clay, and two black wool. Again, just backing up so you can pause it if you want to. The next layer is one black wool, one coal, one black wool, one red wool, one red stained clay, whoops, two coal, and one black wool. And now that from this red wool here and red stained clay, we're going to kind of like arch out to the left and to the right to hook up to the shoulders. And again, this is kind of like the sheeshes that she has going over her shoulders. So from this red wool here, and this is going to be like a variation, normally I do it layer by layer, we're going to go up one and to the right one. It gives you like a 2x2 square of red. We're going to go one to the left using red stained clay and two to the right. Now theoretically, you could just go two to the left as well. It's up to you. Again, if you have OCD, I would suggest probably going two to the left.
From the left side, we're going to go up 1 using red wool, 1 to the left using red stained clay, up to the left 1 and up 1 using red wool. And on the right side, we're going to place 2 red wool on top of the red stained clay. We go 1 to the right using red stained clay and up 1 using red wool. Again, it's up to you. It kind of looks cool if you put a red stained clay right there, alternatively a red wool. It just makes it look a bit more, I guess, even. So, underneath each side, you can see we've got a 1 block gap. We're simply just going to place 1 black wool. And in the middle, we're also going to place 2 black wool, like so. Underneath each side, you can see we've got a 1 block gap. We're simply just going to place 1 black wool. And in the middle, we're also going to place 2 black wool, like so. In between this gap here, underneath each side, you can see we've got a 1 block gap. We're simply just going to place 1 black wool. And in the middle, we're also going to place 2 black wool, like so. In between this gap here, we're going to place...
I thought I was the main character on this voyage. Turns out, it's the food.
Place 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, and 2 coal. And the final layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 4 black wool, and 1 coal. And the final layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 4 black wool, and 1 coal. Now I'm going to zoom out a little and give you guys an opportunity to pause once I can actually place the blocks, that is. So, let me get rid of my arm. One thing to point out, which you could do on the rear side of this and the red wool 3D, because essentially it is like, I guess not really sword holders, but it's like straps going over her jacket. So logically it could be 3D. Again, aesthetically I guess it looks cooler, but personally I like it 2D. I don't know why, I just do. To the right arm, in this case our left arm, we're going to come to the first layer and to the second block from left and replace it with coal. Again, the back of the arms is 12 by 4. This is the 4th block already done, and that is the first row, so we're placing 11 rows of 3. The second layer from left to right is 2 coal, 1 black wool. The next 3 layers is white stained clay. So that's currently 5 tool. The next layer is 1 black wool, 2 coal. Then we have 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. And then the next layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal. For the back of the armbands, it's 2 layers of 3 white wool. And the final 2 layers, kind of continue with the red. We place 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 red wool. And for the final layer, we place 1 coal and 2 red wool. And that is the back of the arm. Again, that is 12 by 4. The other side is the exact same, again mirrored, if you want to copy it over. But again, I'll talk you guys through it nevertheless. So the back of the left arm, in this case our right arm, come to the first layer again. Third block from left, we place 1 coal. Second layer, we place 1 black wool, 2 coal. We then have 3 layers of white stained clay. The 6th layer is 2 coal, 1 black wool. The 7th layer is 1 coal, black wool, coal. The next layer is 1 black wool. 1 coal, 2 black wool. The next 2 layers is 3 white wool. And then the final 2 layers is 1 red, 1 coal, 1 black, and the 12th layer being 2 red wool and 1 coal. And that is the back of the statue complete. So, let me get rid of my arm. As you can see here, that is what it looks like. Again, if you want to pause, I will be doing a proper in-depth spin around in a second. So the final side of the body, before we can officially move on to the head, is of course the shoulders. So if we come to the front side, we come to the left corner first. In between these 2 coal here, we're going to place 2 black wool. In between the 2 red wool next up, we're going to place 2 red wool, and same for the next one. That gives you a 4 by 4 square. So if we come to the front side, we come to the left corner first. In between these 2 coal here, we're going to place 2 black wool. In between the 2 red wool next up, we're going to place 2 red wool, and same for the next one. That gives you a 4 by 4 square. Now we're going to do the exact same on this side. So in between the 2 coal, we place 2 black wool, and in between the 2 reds, we place 2 red wool for each one. It gives us a 4 by 4 square. In this middle section, which theoretically should be an 8 by 2, so So 8 wide and 2 thick. We're simply just going to place black wool because it doesn't matter, it's going to be covered up. But just to give it a complete effect, we're going to fill in with black wool. With that said, that is the body of the statue complete, and we're now going to do our little in-depth spin around. So, what do I mean by an in-depth spin around, you may ask? And that is simple. Essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in to a specific part of the statue. For example, this is the front of the legs. I'm going to list off the dimensions of the front of the legs. It's 12 tall, 8 wide. I'm going to say you have an opportunity right now to pause if you want to. However, I'm not going to say that every time because that will drive me mental, it will drive you mental, it will drive the whole world mental. Probably not, but I don't want to repeat before. And for thick skin statues, it's later on in the video. So, for now, we're going to come to the front side and to the top left corner. We're going to count 5 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on this black wall here, we're going to place a black wall and bring it 2 forwards. We're now going to do the exact same on the right side. So we head over to the right side, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on this black wall, which should be the 5th block, we're going to place a black wall and bring it 2 forwards. Now, in between this, there should be a 6 block gap. We're going to fill this in using 2 rows of 6 white stained clay. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that will give you an 8x2 overhang, as you can see right here. Next, what we're going to do is get our black wall, and we're going to come around to the side of the head, and we're going to expand it 5 blocks backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that will expand 2 blocks over the rear side of the head, and then we're going to join this together by placing 6 black wool in between, and that will give you an 8x2 overhang of black wool, as you can see here. But most importantly, that will give you an 8x8 square, which is the template for the head. So as you can see here, this is front side, left side, right side, rear side. Of course, the top side will be on top. But we're going to start working on the front side, aka the face. So, again, the face is 8 tall, 8 wide. The first layer, as you can see here, is 1 black wool, 6 white stained clay, and 1 black wool.
Did you play Who's Your Daddy? I've played Who's Your Daddy on my channel already. If you go through my channel, go to I believe it was in June or July is when I played it. But yeah, it's on my channel. I played it for like 26 minutes or something, and I stopped playing it. But yeah, I played it already.
1 black wool, 6 white wool, and 1 black wool. So again, the white kind of represents like the mask she has over her face. The next layer is 1 black wool. This is where we need our snow and our black stained clay. So we're then going to place 1 snow, 1 black stained clay, 2 white wool. Let me get this back on my hop.
Crap, I don't have the white wall.
Bar, 2 white wool, 1 black stained clay, 1 snow, and 1 black.
What am I building? I'm building the Suicide Squad characters. So far I've done Joker and Harley Quinn, and I'm doing Katana now, which is gonna be my last statue for today. And then I got other ones I'm gonna do probably next week, Thursday. I have, what are the other ones I have? Let me check. Can't remember them on the top of my head. I have Killer Croc, Captain Boomerang, Diablo, the Enchantress, and Deadshot. So those are the rest of them I have. I might do Deadshot next week, Thursday. Actually, out of all of those I just listed out, which one would you guys like to see next that I build, out of the ones I just named? Do you play Minecraft on mobile? No, I play on PS5.
Wool. Now you may be asking, why have you chosen to use black stained clay? Again, it's kind of because she has black eyes, but stands out. Also, you may know, has a bit of like it blends, again, to red wool, to, again, it's like, what if you want it to stand out that much? Personally, I think snow in this occasion just works better. So, the next layer, which is the 4th layer, is 1 black wool, 2 coal, 2 red wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool.
I don't have the red wool. Too much stuff I need for this. Okay. 2 black wool. Okay, got it.
And then the next 4 layers is simply 8 black wool. Now there are going to be a few blocks we're going to punch out later on, but for now, that should be an 8.
Wait, how many
Is
layers?
simply 8 black wool. Now there are going to be a few blocks we're going to 2 red wool, 2
Hold
coal,
on, what did he
1 black
say?
wool. And then the next 4 layers is
Oh, the next 4. Okay, I freaking missed that like an idiot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The achievements on PS5? I have a couple of them. Well, actually, the version I'm playing on is the PS4 version. Because if I switch over to the PS5 version, I'm worried my worlds aren't gonna save. So that's why I have it downloaded because I got it for free. I got it for free. I just haven't played it because I'm worried about my worlds getting deleted. So that's why I didn't or them not saving. That's why I didn't that's why I haven't touched it yet.
Of course, our head. So again, that consists of 4 layers of face, essentially, to be for her second layer. In fact, the first layer is 1, then we go up diagonal. So the second layer is 2 black wool. That was my mistake. So first layer is 1 black wool, second layer is 2 black wool, and then the third layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. So as you can see, we're kind of making like a little fringe. The next layer is 8. So that's 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 3 black wool, and 1 coal. Now underneath this coal, we're going to go down 2 using black wool, and that's the right side. As you can see here, it connects up from side to side. Now we've just got the middle part. So the next layer on top of this one, again, all 3D, is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal.
Así se veía antes.
Dude, I hate these ads.
Quedó perfecto.
Black wool, coal, black wool.
Oh my gosh, they're so annoying.
The next layer is leave a 1 block gap, black wool, coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, black wool, and then a 1 block gap. And then the final layer is a 2 block gap, 1 black wool, 2 coal, and 1 black wool. And it looks like this. As you can see, it gives like a nice little 3D fringe effect or gap. And then the final layer is a 2 block gap, 1 black wool, 2 coal, and 1 black wool, and it looks like this. As you can see, it gives like a nice little 3D fringe effect and kind of covers over the face with the fringe, which is what we're looking for. So,
Also, guys, just to give you a quick heads up, please don't let me know how many viewers I have because I don't care about it. I'm a small little channel, so I'm not gonna get many viewers, which is fine. I don't really care about that. I just want to provide quality content and content that you guys can watch on my channel. So I don't care about the viewers. So I would ask you to not tell me how many viewers I have because I generally don't care about it. So please don't do that again. Alright, let me focus and finish this now.
you can see below. So we decided to like completely and then punch out 2 and replace all those like completely separate, don't include it. So we're going to start off on the first row because there's a few blocks we need to replace. So in the bottom left corner, we're going to punch out the first 4 blocks, leave a 1 block gap, and then punch out 2 and replace all those gaps with coal. So that should be 6 blocks of coal in total. The second layer is 1 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The third layer is 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, coal, and then punch out this block here and replace with coal. That is the third layer. Again, do not incorporate this when I say it's an 8x8. The next layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. The next layer, which is the 5th layer, is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The next layer, which is the 6th layer, is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, one black wool, and then we're going to punch out this block here, so up diagonal from this coal here. We're going to punch it out and replace it with coal. Final 2 layers. Second to last layer is 2 black wool, 1 black wool, and then we're going to punch out this block here, so up diagonal from this coal here. We're going to punch it out and replace it with coal. Final 2 layers. Second to last layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. And the last but not least layer, the 8th layer, is 2 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, and then coal, and then punch out this top left corner one here on the front of the head and replace it with coal. As you can see, from this block right up here,
Oh, someone highlighted my comment. Okay.
to this one down here is 1 black wool, and then coal is an 8x8 square. Again,
But yeah, I probably wouldn't play Who's Your Daddy again unless I feel like it. But yeah, I'm probably done with that game now. I think it's a one and done kind of thing.
Once you remove is an 8x8 square. To remove this, so coming around to the right side again, we're going to start off coming to the second, third, and then 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th block, and replace with coal. Again, that's 6 blocks in total. That is. So coming around to the right side again, we're going to start off coming to the second, third, and then 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th block, and replace. So coming around to the right side again, we're going to start off coming to the second, third, and then 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th block, and replace with coal. Again, that's 6 blocks in total. That is the first thing we need to do. So, and then 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th block, and replace with coal. Again, that's 6 blocks in total. That is the first thing we need to do. So, the second layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool. The next layer is we're going to punch out this black wool here, place 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, and 1 black wool. So that's the third layer. The fourth layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, and 1 coal. The next layer, we're going to start off by punching out this black wool here and replacing with coal. We're then going to place 1 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool, coal, and a black wool. The 7th layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, and 2 black wool. And the last but not least layer, we're going to punch out the 7th layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, and 2 black wool. And the last but not least layer, we're going to punch out the first one, replace with 2 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, and 2 blocks of coal. And again, that is an 8x8 square. Ignore this part here. From this part to this part is 8x8, and that is the right side of the head complete. And if you come to the side angle, you'll see that it looks like this. So the final side, I guess
Yeah, I had a feeling this stream was going to be long.
Is the rear of the head. So the rear of the head currently is a U shape. The first layer, we're going to start off by punching out the 2nd and 7th block and replacing with coal. And then the remaining 7 rows, we're only going to be placing 6 blocks in each row because 6 plus 2 equals 8. Again, great maths by me. So, second layer is 1 coal, 1 black.
I'll respond to that comment later.
Wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. Blocks in each row because 6 plus 2 equals 8. Again, great maths by me. So, second layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. The third layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, and 1 black wool. The next layer is 6 black wool. Then we have 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, and 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, and 1 coal. The 7th layer is 2 coal, 2 black wool, and 2 coal. And the 8th and final layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal, and 3 black wool. And again, that is an 8x8 square, and it looks like this. Cool. Essentially, what we're going to be, we have 2. We're going to go down diagonal, and it should connect up diagonally to this 2 here. From here, we're going to go up diagonal to the side and forwards 1. From here, we go down diagonal to the left and to the right. From the left side, we go down 1 and to the right 1, 2, 3 times. From here, we go down diagonal to the left and to the right. From the
Oh, I went the wrong way.
left side, we go down 1 and to the right 1, 2, 3 times. It'll give you a shape that looks like this. Underneath the second block, we're going to go down 1. From here, we're going to go down diagonal to the left and to the left 1. And we're also going to go down diagonal to right and to the right 1. Again, I keep on going up just so you can see. From this right part, the final block we're going to place, we go to the top right corner, to this block right here, so not the top right corner, but 3 blocks to the left. And we're going to go down diagonal to right. And all the remaining blocks is black wool. So we go ahead and fill it all in, all the gaps using black wool. And that will be the top of the head complete. And I just punched out one of the holes. Don't do that. That's not a good thing to do. So that is the top of the head. Again, if you want to pause, I understand because it is a bit of a mess and a bit of a eyesore to try and figure out. Theoretically, that is, again, not like, and it's going to be in her right hand. Again, you can put it in her left if you want. Didn't add her sword, her katana, I guess you could say, her samurai sword. Makes more sense because she's called katana. And it's going to be in her right hand. Again, you can put it in her left if you want. And I wasn't 100% sure with the design, but I think it's the best I could really get it, making it look sharp like a sword, of course, but again, not like square. So we're going to come to the right hand, to the front side, and from the left side, we're going to leave 1 block out. We're going to place a cyan stained plate. So on the second block from left on the hand, aka the third block from right, we're going to place a cyan stained plate. It's a 3D effect. We're going to go up 1 and down 1, so we have 3 cyan. Okay, so from the second block, on the lower half of the block, we're going to bring it forwards 13 blocks using stone slabs. So on the lower half, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from the second block, on the lower half of the block, we're going to bring it forwards 13 blocks using stone slabs. So on the lower half, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So as you can see, it's 13 long. The second layer, which is the upper half of the second block, is 11. So we just build all the way across, minus 2. And then the final layer, which is the lower half of the third block, we're going to place 9. So again, it's 2 shorter. And it gives you kind of like this serrated look. If you can do better, please, 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 I do urge you to. Because again, it's something I struggled with this sword. It's not something I used 9. So again, it's 2 shorter. And it gives you kind of like this serrated look. If you can do better, please, 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 I do urge you to. Because again, it's something I struggled with this sword. It's not something I usually do. I don't really normally do props. But I thought I'd add it because I guess you guys would murder me if I didn't. It's like part of the character. So, as you can see, that's what it looks like. And we're not going to stop there. We're going to come around to the rear side of the left arm. Or in fact, no, this is the right arm. Can't tell my left and right. And we come to the bottom left corner. We're going to leave 2 blocks gap. And on the third block, we're going to place a coal, a cyan, and then a black wool. And that's going to be the handle, I guess, that she's gripping to hold the sword. You could theoretically make it a bit shorter, but again, I guess katanas, they have long handles, and yeah, they have a bit more of a curve to it. So what you could theoretically do is make it then curve up at the end, but again, that's something you can play around with. I wasn't 100% happy with the way it looked if you did that, because then it looks like blunt at the end, so I just left it that it like curves downwards rather than back up again. So that is your statue complete. Again, the lower half. So we got the sword, which is 3 tall. The second block on the lower half is 13. The next one's 11, and then 9. And for the head, again, it's 8x8x8. We're going to do a little spin around whilst we talk about cool things that are coming up on the channel.
Alright, chat. That's pretty much it for the stream today. I'm gonna go through each one as I usually do. Next week's Thursday, I'm gonna do. Let me see. Let me see which ones I have. I kind of want to do because I want to pick the three I want to do. Let me see. So next week Thursday, I'll probably do Diablo, Captain Boomerang, and actually no, I'll do Deadshot, Diablo, and Captain Boomerang on Thursday. I don't know what time that's going to be. I don't know if I'm going to do it in the morning. I don't know if I'm going to do it in the afternoon. I don't really know. It's going to depend on, honestly, when I want to do it. Because it's my channel and it's my stream. So I'm going to decide when I want to do it. But I don't know what time I'll be live for that. But I'll let you guys know when I go through the schedule. So this is the first one I did was Joker from these are all from the Suicide Squad movie. Let me break this chest because I don't need this heal. I might need a chest for the other two. We'll see how many materials I have. Here's Harley Quinn. And then here is Katana. I think they all came out pretty good. I like how they look. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you guys did, let me know by leaving a like on the stream. Also subscribe to my channel, FF Gaming. Hit the notification bell to stay notified for future streams and videos. And schedule for the rest of this schedule for this week. Excuse me. Monday gonna be live at 6 p.m. Gonna be continuing Resident Evil Requiem. Getting through more of the story. Tuesday, gonna be live at 6 p.m. Gonna be doing the same thing, Resident Evil Requiem. Wednesday, not gonna be live. Thursday, I'm gonna be live doing Minecraft, building 3 more of the Suicide Squad characters. I don't know when I'll be live for that. I might be live in the morning. I might be live in the afternoon. I don't really know. It's gonna depend on, when I want to be live. So we'll see. Friday, gonna be live at 6 p.m. Gonna be doing Resident Evil Requiem. If I don't finish it on Tuesday. Saturday, gonna be live at 6. Gonna be continuing Resident Evil Requiem. Actually, no, Saturday may be live at 4, 5, or 6 p.m. And I'm gonna be doing Resident Evil Requiem. And then Sunday, gonna be live at 4, 5, or 6 p.m. And I'm gonna be doing Minecraft and probably building the last 2 Suicide Squad characters and finishing off the Suicide Squad collection. Because after I do Diablo, Captain Boomerang, and Deadshot on Thursday, all I have left is the Enchantress and Killer Croc. So I'm going to do both of them on Sunday, and that's pretty much it. I'm only going to do 2 statues on that day, so it might be like a shorter stream. We'll see, but hope you guys enjoyed the stream once again, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. for Resident Evil Requiem. Alright, bye.